Can I just have my coffee? Hey everyone, happy Friday. It's May 10th and the black flies are out in force, so I apologize for all the waving and stuff, but I may have to cave in and get the head net out. Anyway, it was supposed to be a sunny day, but I'm not seeing that at all. So my plans to charge the power station with the solar panel kind of fell through. So I think I'm going to fire up my little generator and charge it that way. I guess it's probably not a bad thing. I understand you're supposed to stretch them out every now and then to make sure everything's running well. So we'll do that, and outside of that, I just got to wrap up that toolbox installation on the trailer. That should be quick, and then get to the chainsaws that I need to look after, especially my little Stihl. Got some new parts for that guy that have to go in. And then that's going to be it. Tonight's barbecue night. This is, again, still solo, so haven't figured out what I'm going to barbecue, but I'll figure out that shortly. And yeah, so we'll get started and see you in a bit. Can I just have my coffee? Is that a no? What? Okay, so all kinds of stuff going on here, and I'm relying heavily here on my Anchor Solex. You can see I've got the lights running. I've got a battery tender right here that's charging up the battery on my lawn tractor. I actually had to make a new set of clamps that would work with this, with the SAE or Anderson connection. So I just finished wiring those up so it's compatible. Seems to be working. And then the next one is the bigger test is going to be running my long solar extension, okay, out to the panels. Now, I again had to make more connections to make this work. Another one over there. So if this goes as planned, then I can hook up the wall outlet, behind the Anchor, and then I can put the panel anywhere outside and just run it directly into the shed. So fingers crossed. Yeah, so not the sunniest day, but I imagine it's bright enough to hopefully create some power that will be picked up on the display. So let's see what happens. Hey, good stuff. So, I mean, it's not much, but at least I'm drawing some juice here. It's 40 watts, which makes sense. It's a 110 watt panel, but there's clearly overcast skies, so wasn't expecting much. I just needed to make sure my connections, the polarity and everything was good. And it looks like at least I got that right. No one's ever going to confuse me with being an electrician. So it's always good to get it right the first time. It's time to start dealing with this mess that she made. I swear it's like having a kid. You should be doing this. You should be cleaning up your own mess. Yeah, you. All right, so it's officially spa day for my poor little MS180. Much deserved after the beating it took going through all those cherry rounds. So I'm just gonna clean it up as best I can, get it lubricated. Fortunately, it doesn't look like there's any permanent damage here. I saw a video though where somebody suggested moving up to the bigger chain end bar. So I'm going to do that. This is the 0.50. Let me see if I can get you that part number there. Okay, so that's it. If you're looking for something along those lines. And then the bar, okay, is right here. And there's your part number. Should have gotten an air filter while I was at it. Crap. So I think I mentioned in our last video that after putting the MS180 through hell with all those large cherry rounds, that it might be time to add a new chainsaw to the collection. Something a little bit, longer bar, more power that I could use for the bigger jobs. A number of trees have come down on both sides of the property, so I figure I better make this move now before I start to, tackle those as the weather gets better. As far as what I chose, I mean, it's interesting. I put a poll up on the community section of our YouTube page. The responses I did get, not surprising. Everyone kind of pointed towards Stihl, and that's probably my go-to as well, based on my years of experience with that MS180. But to get something the size I needed and with the length of bar, just for budget reasons, I kind of went off the board a little bit. What I ended up going with was the this Echo Cs-590 for a few reasons. Just mentioned budget was one, but the reviews on this are excellent. I've seen a lot of head-to-head videos. This thing fares very well. Generally, Echo products are good. In fact, I have a trimmer. It's the SRM 225. I've had that thing for, it's got to be 6-7 years now. I just abused the hell out of it. I put the brush blade on it, different trimmer lines, and I'm going into areas with heavy weeds and, thick brush. This thing just refuses to quit. So based on that and the good reviews and the fact that this kind of fell within my budget, that's the one I chose with. I hope it's the right call. The one caution from people who have it is it floods very easily. Apologies for the lighting. It's just, I can just see them kind of getting washed out there a little bit. Anyway, yeah, so apparently just the one thing to keep an eye out for is it floods apparently very easily. Thankfully, there's some very helpful tips on YouTube to kind of take you through the steps. So yeah, let's give it a try. Unbox it, fire it up, and see where we're at. she's definitely heavier than the 180, that's for sure. I guess that's to be expected. Alright, so you get your typical manual and your scabbard. The bar and your scrunchy thing, as they call it, and the chain. Oh, it's an Oregon chain. Interesting. Well, so far the setup is similar, but one thing is interesting is the tension adjuster. I guess, I mean, on the Stihl I could do it right here off the bar, but it looks like this is set up differently. Well, taking into account this is a different setup than the Stihl, I did find it took longer than it should have to get the chain aligned and tensioned properly. There's a lot of play in this screw. I guess I'm just so used to the Stihl, all the toolless components of it. You don't have to do any of this. It's not a big deal. It's just, you know, one of those things that you just have to get used to. But I think we got it dialed in now, so we're good to go. Well, that wasn't too bad, actually. Went quite well. I think the biggest tip on the internet from guys who have this model and have flooded it multiple times is not to use the decompression button. So if you skip that, it's a little harder to pull, but it fired up, you know, maybe after the second pull, once the choke was in. So yeah, pretty good. So going forward, I hope it starts like that. And if so, I'll be pretty happy with this choice. So I grabbed, while I was at it, the Echo case. So it's pretty slick. So you can snap in your tools. Apparently there's a place for the manual spark plug oil, which is great when I'll have it on the side-by-side. So I figured, what the hell, might as well go for it. you have it. This is dinner on Saturday night. I've got a couple cheeseburgers, obviously, side salad, cold Corona. I mean, what Saturday night would be complete without it? So we're gonna enjoy that. I'm sure Kimber will get half of one of them. And hope you guys are all having a great weekend. We'll catch up with you later. So clearly we got rain last night. Generally a miserable day overall yesterday. But yeah, so let's have a peek inside and see if this was a successful mission. Hopefully it's nice and dry. I think we're good. Nice to see everything not floating inside for a change. Very cool. Well, it looks like the squirrel got the better of her. She's exhausted from chasing that thing around the trees. Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm just in the process of packing up, getting ready to hit the road. Got to work on Monday back in the city. Unfortunately, of course, today is just absolutely beautiful here. Sun shining, and besides the bugs, it's going to be a perfect day. Yesterday we got quite a bit of rain. It was chilly and dreary, so just kind of hung out with Kimber in the cabin. Anyway, so that's it. We're going to hit the road. And once again, thank you so much for spending some time with me here. And we'll be back soon, so we'll have another video up shortly. So you stay safe, take care. Ciao for now.